Today we're going to talk about energy efficiency measures that have been installed in this house. This house was built in 1962 and we purchased it as a foreclosed property. So we've taken the house from its poor condition with no insulation and have done many things to the house. So today I'm going to start explaining what we did in the basement or the foundation of the house. Then we'll work our way up from there. One of the first few features we can point out is called the rim joist insulation. It's a spray foam, high density insulation that insulates this cavity and air seals. And the reason why we do this is because a lot of air leaks through this space of the house. And when we seal it up, it's going to lower the amount that leaks to the outside. So that's the rim joist. These foundation walls have also been insulated from the outside. We'll show you a shot from that a little bit later. But on the other side of these walls, we dug down all the way to the footing and put in an inch of foam rigid board to insulate these outside walls. The other thing we did on these foundation walls was to replace these old windows. So what used to be in there and what's common for the 1960s was a single pane metal break or metal framed window that leaked a lot. And we went ahead and did two different versions. We did a glass block window that air seals everything tight. We also installed a crank window. This crank window is a double pane, it's inside of glass, and it locks on both sides, but it's a good thing for air sealing. Again, this has all been caulked shut and nice and tight. On the mechanical systems in the house, we replaced both the furnace and the water heater. The reason we chose this type of water heater here is it's a power vented model. Let me come a little closer. I'll show you that. On typical water heaters, you'll find that there's a metal vent that goes out through the chimney. See here, it's been capped. And we chose to take and install this water heater it's called power vented because it vents all the way from the inside out through a plastic PVC vent pipe. The reason why that's good is because it's going to take and vent out its exhaust gases in the house, and it can do so at any negative pressure inside the home. So if I've got an issue with negative pressure in the basement, which just simply means that I've got, say, my dryer running and I'm going to pull air outside the house, it's not going to make any difference to this water heater, and it runs more efficient. The efficiency on this water heater is 0.67, and it's Energy Star rated, A.O. Smith, and this also goes for part of the tax rebates through consumers. The other part of the system that we replaced from the mechanicals was the furnace. This here is a Goodman. This just happens to be the brand that we chose. It's a 95% AFU rated Energy Star furnace. And there's many different types of efficiency ratings on new furnaces, but we chose the highest one right now for the rebate program, again with consumers. And I believe this rebate was about $500, $550 just to install this furnace. I'll have to get back with you on how much the water heater got for rebates. But again, keep in mind that I'm intaking air from the outside and I'm exhausting the outside, so I'm not taking any air from inside the house and using it for the furnace combustion. Follow me, I'll show you where these go. If you follow them with your eye here, you'll see that it goes all the way to outside, intake and exhaust. So that's the same exact thing here with the water heater. Again, it's the exhaust pipe. So I'm not going to go to the chimney, it's on a controlled rate. So it's just going to run the system way more efficient than the older systems. One of the last things I'll point out in the basement is that all the ductwork has been sealed with a product called mastic. The reason why this is important is because it's going to get the air that's heated and cooled. So heating in the heating season, we're going to have hot air. Of course, the cooling, it's going to be cold. We're not going to leak anything to the basement, and it's going to be an efficient duct system. So we're not going to have losses in the basement. We want to put the conditioned air where we live. That's where we have it. Other than that, that's it for the mechanicals, the windows, rim joist, and foundation insulation. We'll move upstairs next, and we'll talk about what we got upstairs.